Hey everybody, today's going to be a little different. Today I'm going to be looking through dollar bills, looking for star notes and interesting numbers and anything that might show up. Be cool to find an older one. Don't know if you find many of those anymore. Wanted to show you a couple of things that I had already found that I have put away. I have some $1 star notes. That I keep put away. Several of them. A few $2 store notes. These are much crisper than the $1. And then I got this older $2 bill. It's not a star note, but it's a 1963. It's got the red seal, which I love those. Those are cool. And I got a $5 star note and a $100 bill star note, which I found just a couple of days ago. Very cool. Alright, I am going to bust into these and we're just going to look through them and see if we can find something that's any good. I wish they kept them all straight at the bank. I think years ago they used to make a note of that, but that's not what they do anymore. I got my new mat here, and it talks about the different numbers and to look for: trinary, binary, solid notes, descending ladder, and ascending ladder. I'll try to keep my eyes open for that while I'm looking for these star notes. And we're just going to let them, it's going to plow right through them here, and hopefully a couple of them will show up. I don't know if I will be able to catch the binary numbers and all that other stuff unless one of them is just really stands out. Man, it'd be cool to find a couple of star notes. I got $500. You'd think that one might show up, right? Maybe an older one that we can take a look at. Most of them that I've seen here so far, 2013 and 2017. $2009. Oh, look at there. There's one right there. Cool beans, and it's in good shape too. Pretty cool. Well, there's one already. There's a site you can even go to, and I'll show you that tells you if it's a rare one or not, and that's pretty cool. I love looking that up. That $100 bill I looked up, and there's a scale from least rare to most rare, and you couldn't get it anymore on the least rare. All the way. Oh well, it was still fun to find. Well, that was cool. We've already got one. I guess I'm mostly just looking for the star notes, kind of glancing at the years. I guess I'll have to go back through it a little bit slower and look at these numbers to see if there's any of them that are fascinating. You may catch one while I'm going through them, I don't know. Then again, I might speed it up for the video. Still 2013, it's just rough. It'd be really cool to find one like with all the same number or something. I've never seen one like that other than pictures. Well, the first stack had 1 in it. Pretty cool. Shall we do another? I'll try to keep it where you can see it. $19.95. That's an older one. I'm going to stick that in the side just for the fun of it. Another. We got another. This one's from 2013. Very cool. This one's not as good a condition as that first one, but that's still cool. Alright. Well, that's nice. Nice to find a few. $19.99. Huh. 2006. A little bit older. Another star note. Very cool. Very cool. That's 3 already. Oh, I hope we don't have a lot of these. And we have another. Hey, I think I'm going to like this. We'll look them up a little while to see what spectrum of the scale they're on as far as rarity is concerned. You know, even if you have several of them that aren't super valuable, you put a few of them together. If you want to make a couple of bucks, you can sell them on eBay, make a couple of dollars. That's part of what the whole coin roll hunting, dollar bill searching stuff's all about. It's going to banks in different places and getting bills and coins that are, and you find ones that are worth slightly more than their face value. And when we say worth, it basically just means what someone else is willing to pay for it. I remember years and years ago, I was into baseball cards. And you get those, I think they were called Beckett price guides. And you'd find cards, go, oh, look, this one's worth $5 or whatever. But would anybody pay you that much? That's the question. The value is what somebody's willing to give you. Wish they didn't have them upside down. Okay, there's the second. We found a couple, I think 3 that time. That's cool. Oh man, I apologize for my teller. When I found that $100 bill, I had to give somebody some money, and so I went and got 10 $100 bills out of the bank, and lo and behold, one of them was a star, so I had to go get another one because I wanted to hang on to that one. None in this 100 so far. Oh, those 2 are sequential. Hey, I thought every stack was supposed to have at least 1. Which, that's funny, that reminds me of back years and years ago, they had this show called Happy Days. And I guess he was the main character, Richie Cunningham. Had a little car, his battery was dead, and he didn't have much money, so a friend of his sold him a battery for his car, and a used one, and guaranteed it 19 starts. And he got all mad because he didn't get 19 starts out of it. I believe he was at the drive-in. Oh, come on, let's get one in this 100. We did, haha, got it. This one is also 2017. Cool beans. Almost out. Okay. 2 more 100 to go. Hopefully find at least 2 more, right? Oh, come on off there. There we go. Be so cool to see a different color pop up when I get to the next one, or whichever one. The mat here talks about ones from like back in the 40s and whatnot. They were issued for Hawaii and issued during World War II and North Africa. I didn't even know about those. American US dollars, but they were issued, I guess, for the servicemen and stuff overseas during the war. I knew that they made US Jamaican coins because I was looking at them last year or so, and I even bought a couple of those. They're very cool looking coins in my opinion. Very nice looking coins. Let me jump right here and say it was not Jamaica, it was Philippines. I bought a Philippines coin. And I read, I guess, a story of at some point when Japan was invading the Philippines or something, that they dumped a whole lot of them. And so there could be, just right off the coast, there are a bunch of them that, I imagine over the years a lot of them have surfaced and people have found them and whatnot, but could still be a bunch of them there. How many have I found so far? 4 or 5, I believe. I think 5. That's it for this 100. One more. Let's see how many we got. 3, 4, 5. Yep. Cool. Hope I find another one so I have more than 1 per 100. That's really all I'm doing right now, is just looking for the star. You can trust your car to the man who wears the star. That's an old commercial. Come on. I need to get me a box of pennies this week and add to my copper hoarding collection. I got 75 pounds of copper so far. I'd like to get that up to over 100 pretty soon. I'm getting near the end. Oh, we didn't get 6. That's okay. Got 5. That's cool. I will turn it off here, and I'll go look up at site, and we'll look up these 5 and see if they're a little bit better than not rare at all. When you get to My Currency Collection, you put in whether it's a $1 bill, you put in the year, and then you put in the serial number, as you see right there on the center of the screen. And then you just click the look up your star note, and it'll tell you. If you look at the screen there where it says total printed, on the left it says less rare, all the way to the right where it says more rare. If you'll see, the arrow on mine is less rare. And the next one, less rare. And the next one, less rare. And the next one, less rare. And then the last one, guess what? Less rare. Here's what my mat has on it. The red seal, the silver certificate with the blue seals. These are the Hawaiian and the North African. I think they're both printed in 42. And then it tells you what to look for: ascending ladder, descending ladder, solid notes, binary notes, trinary radar. And this is something I want to go back for and look at some of my dollars here, is these web notes. I just learned about these not too awful long ago. They're experimental notes where they tried to run them off of continuous paper instead of off of sheets. And they only used them for only did it with $1 bills for a couple of different years. Here's the different runs that they used to make the web notes. And a little bit of brief here tells you what to look for, a couple of things. Pretty cool. And then things to look for with rare notes and silver certificates and that sort of thing on here. I'll have a link to this below if it's something you think you might be interested in. I just completed it the other day. I sell mine for $10. You can get them bigger. Mine are 9.5 by 9 inches by 14.5. You can get them bigger, but then they cost $16 to $24. I wanted to come up with one that's a little bit cheaper. So I hope you like it. I went back through every one of them, looking to see if there's any chance if I had web notes. And the web notes were made from 1988 to 1995. I only had one bill in the whole 500 that was from 1995, and it was not a web note. So you just don't run across them, I guess, like you used to years ago. It wasn't very many years ago that I'd go through them, and I remember going through looking for star notes, and almost all of them were 1996 and in that era. But years go by and not so much anymore. Just for the fun of it, I just looked up to see what was the life expectancy of a dollar bill, and it's 22 months. That's how long they average last until they send it back to the Fed. They destroy it and make another. And where, on the other hand, it says the $100 bill's life expectancy is right about 8 years. That's fascinating information. Hey, I went back and looked up all those older star notes that I had, because honestly, I don't know if I ever did that or not. And most of them, all the 5 and the 1s, were all, less rare to the extreme. But these two $2 bills were kind of in the middle of the, on the scale. That's pretty cool. And that's the end. Thanks for watching.